Hi, I'm Tessa Rickard, your gut health nutritionist, and today I want to talk about another one of the darlings of the health industry, probiotics. Are they worth it? Are they the be all and end all of gut health? Now, even though I am a nutritionist who basically spends most of my clinical hours helping people with IBS, IBD, and gut issues and digestive disorders, I don't actually prescribe probiotics for everyone. Okay, I love probiotics. They are helpful. They can, for very specific things, they can be really helpful. But I don't actually encourage or recommend people to go and get a multi-strain high-dose probiotic to just take every day, for the rest of their lives. We often there's a lot. The count is very high in probiotics. We're pretty sure that we can't even absorb as much as in some of those capsules. So quite a lot of it is likely to be going out in your poop. So that's a bit of a waste of money. But we're also just sort of hoping that we're just sort of chucking these bacteria in there, hoping that they'll stick and that will somehow have a positive effect on our gut and our microbiome. And I know that when you're struggling with your gut health and you're super desperate, we're online, we're Googling, trying to find things that are going to help. So often people will start down the probiotic route. But of course, they are very expensive. So I guess I just want to give you a few things to think about so that you can make the best decision for you. The other thing is that we know that most IBS sufferers, so the majority of IBS sufferers, actually have SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And often with SIBO, probiotics can actually exacerbate symptoms and make you feel worse. So that's something to think about too. One big myth about probiotics that you need to understand is that they do not recolonize your gut. They stick around for around 2 weeks maximum and they exert a therapeutic effect, but they do not regrow or colonize the bacteria in your intestines. Okay, so taking lactobacillus will not make lactobacillus grow in your gut. I know it's a multi-million-dollar industry. You walk into the chemist and there's a whole wall of probiotics now. It is confusing, and a lot of people, there's a lot of probiotics out there that aren't great. They don't have a lot of well-researched strains. They're not that useful, and it can totally be a waste of money. The other thing is that I believe probiotics should be used short-term for a specific purpose, not taking these high-count multi-strains for years and years and years. I think that's a waste of money. Worst case scenario, waste of money. Worst case scenario, sorry, it's not good for you. Best case scenario, waste of money. So there are specific strains. Now, I talk a lot about this one because this one saved me a few years ago when I had really severe SIBO. This probiotic strain, it's called Lactobacillus reuteri DSM 17938. So that's a very specific strain that has a lot of research, and it's actually helpful for quite a lot of things. But the way that I often use it is to help lower methane in people with constipation, with methane dominant SIBO. And so that is something that I will prescribe for maybe maximum 3 months. And it can be so helpful and people can see a real benefit with it. Another one is things like LGG for asthma and eczema and those sorts of things. So there are helpful probiotics out there, but you need to choose one that is right for your specific circumstances, for your symptoms and what's going on in your body. Not just grab these multi-strains ones, chuck them down and hope that it's going to do something. I believe that you should save your money for really good food, because if you start eating a wide variety of beautiful plant foods today, by tomorrow morning, your microbiome composition will have already shifted to a more positive, healthier composition. So do I prescribe probiotics? Yes, big yes. I don't think I've once prescribed a big multi-strain one. I tend to use very specific things for different reasons. I won't say I never will, because we're all different and I treat all of my clients individually. But at this stage, it's really not something that I recommend. I recommend short-term for a very specific purpose under the guidance of a practitioner who knows what they are doing. I hope that was helpful. There's a lot of myths, there's a lot of information online about probiotics, and a lot of people hope that they're going to be the answer to their problems. Unfortunately, there is no magic pill when it comes to this sort of thing. Often it is change in diet, and it is more of a long-term strategy to improve your microbiome and your digestion in order to find your way through the IBS maze and out the other end. But there is hope. Probiotics can totally form part of your treatment plan, but they're extremely unlikely to fix you. I hope that's helpful. Please share this with anyone who you think might find it beneficial. And I will see you next week.